Hello everyone. From here, I will show you how to create your first ASP.NET MVC project. We have to select ASP.NET Web Application .NET Framework and then click on Next. Here, give your project name. You can change the location and then click on Create. From here, you have to select MVC. Now, you have to uncheck this one and click on Create. Here you will see Controllers, Model and View folder. By default, there is a website creator, Home Controller. For this controller, we have one view which is called as Home. Inside there we have About, Contact and Index page. This is the index page and then Contact page. This is the About page. This is Home Controller. Here return view means this index. Where will this index go to? In order to find out that, right click on view. Then click on go to view. It will go to index page. This will be the view page for that method. This is about page. If we click on about page, you will be redirected to about view. Here title will come here and this message comes from here. After that, this paragraph will be printed. And then the contact page. Let's go to the view. Here is the contact view. Let's run this and see the output. Here is the default web page. Here is the home. Then about page. Contact page. Home controller, contact page. Home controller, about page. Instead of ASPX page, here we have views. In controller page, we write our C# code like button click events. Model will create the properties of variables. In model folder, we create class files. This is our ASP.NET MVC application. Inside the shared folder, we have layout file. This is similar to the master page. This code shows the footer. In the web application, it shows like this. And here you see render body. This comes from here. Here is the navigation bar. When creating the project, we selected MVC project. If we take an empty application, we need to create all these controllers, models and views separately. Take a look at the Solution Explorer. Here the first folder we have is app data. It contains application data files. Here we can store local database. The extension is MVF. XML files and other data related files are stored here. Then what is this app start? It contains class files. It will be executed when the application starts. Basically, here we store configuration files like root config file. Let's open this root config file. If we run the application, by default this home controller will run and the index page will be open. By default we want to open about page. We want to change this index into about. Now let's focus on content folder. Let's open that. This content folder contains static files like CSS files, images, icon files and bootstrap files. Then let's see the controller folder. Controller handles user requests and return the response. Let's see how to add a new controller. Right click and then click on add. Select controller. We can select anyone. I will select MVC controller empty. Then click on add. Here we can change our controller name. Then click on add. Here our default controller is created. Always the controller files should be ended with controller word. It can be home controller, default controller, like that. We can change only the first name. Then the next folder is fonts folder. It contains custom fonts for our application. We can store our own fonts which are downloaded from Google. Now the model folder. It contains model class files. Model class use public properties. Inside model file we define some properties variables and use that properties to process the application data. Now let's focus on scripts file. It contains JavaScript or VB script files for the application. All the .js files are stored in the script file. Then the next one is views file. It contains HTML files for the application. Here I will add an employee controller. Click on that. Here you will see employee view is created. Here is the employee controller. Let's see how to add the view. Click here, then right click on add view. Now I will add index view. Here is the index view. This is the view of our employee controller. Now if we click go to view, we should be redirected to this employee view. Now the shared folder. Shared folder is under the view folder. It contains all the views shared among different controllers. ASP.NET MVC projects contain config files as well. One is global.asx file. It is included in normal ASP.NET also. All the application level events start here. For an example, session start and session ends here. Only one global.asx file will be there. Then the next one is package.config file. It shows what packages and what versions you have installed within the application. Now we have web.config file. It contains application level configuration. This is all about ASP.NET MVC architecture and how to create an ASP.NET MVC project. This is the end of today's video. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.